up, everyone? It's your boy Tyler. It's the After Touch podcast. Got my boy Taft here.
Hey.
And it's just us two today. And we were on the YouTube. It was Taft's idea.
The two-yube.
The two-yube. Hey, that's the best way to watch YouTube is with the two. YouTubes. And we're going to be talking about millennials and why they suck. Joking. No, kind of. No. So we watched this video. His name's Simon Sinek.
Yeah. And I'm sure some of you have seen it. It's I saw it on Facebook, and he's basically just talking about millennials and how we're just a generation of instant gratification, you know, with all the technology and things that we deal with, and we have lower self-esteem. And there's a lot of things we want to talk about.
Which, by the way, the generation after us, I think they're called Generation Z.
Z?
Yeah, they're Generation Z or Y.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's be real, though. We're not that bad.
Yeah.
They're eating Tide Pods currently. That's the big thing. Did you know that?
No.
Post a video of yourself eating a Tide Pod.
Okay, what?
And it gets hits.
What is a Tide Pod?
It's laundry detergent. The little Tide Pods.
People are
eating that.
What?
Yeah, and they're getting views. Like, the kids are going to the hospital, but they're doing it for fun, so they can get views on like YouTube and stuff.
Gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so we're not. So millennials aren't that bad. We're not doing that stupid stuff.
That's good perspective. That's really good perspective. That could like kill you. Isn't
yeah,
there, like,
kids are going to hospitals because of this.
Chemicals and stuff.
Freaking dum-dums.
Dum-dums.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about a couple things. What are the 4 things that he said?
So he talked about how some of the causes of
was
issues,
the camera on me? Was the camera on me just now?
I think I just I don't know. I
was picking my nose. And
you had it crusty?
Yeah, and I was just like grabbing it. I don't know.
So he's 4 of the causes he talked about were parenting, technology, our impatience, and our environment, which affects us. And those 4 tie into why we have a lot of struggles and low self-esteem.
What do you think of the parenting section? Because he said like we were raised by failed parenting strategies, but I didn't have any of those. But
I personally, I disagree in a lot of ways, because I feel like parents, they want the best for their kids, but in some ways, half and half. That's what I think. Because I think a lot of parents enable their kids these days. They're probably too soft on their kids. Yeah. And I agree partly with some of the stuff he said around how parents talk to their kids like the world is your oyster. You can have whatever you want. And that creates this false reality in their mind as they grow up that I can have whatever I want. And then when it comes, it's kind of like, oh, no, I can't. I've got to work for it.
To an extent, though.
To an extent.
Because I felt like my parents kind of said the same thing. You can have whatever you want in terms of like success, but then they put the disclaimer, you have to work for it.
Yeah, that's important. That's super important.
My parents, like, they never really coddled me. You know, they weren't spanked so much. And my mom would put black peppers on our tongue. Because it would just seep through the skin and just burn you.
Oh,
that mixed with like Tabasco.
That's
sauce.
like the equivalent of Christmas Story
with the soap.
With the soap.
Yeah. I had the soap all the time. Soap tastes good.
Ooh.
One time, my mom put butter in my hair and made me go to school with butter in my hair. She chased me around with like a lightsaber. And like I ran into the closet and the bathroom because I knew it had a lock on it. And she was like, "Get out of here!" And I was just like, "No, don't do it." I felt, and my mom's like motto is, "I'm not gonna shine sunshine up your butt."
Yeah,
you know, you have to work for it.
Yeah,
my dad, he was coaching at my little brother's soccer team, and they lost like every game, and so when it came to the end of the season, instead of trophies, he got them all practice balls. And he goes, "Hey, over the summer, I want you guys to maybe practice." And all the parents are like, "Where's the trophy?" And he goes, "Yeah, winners get trophies."
I like that.
And the parents are pissed.
That. Yeah.
Because it's just coddle. I watched a video yesterday. There is in Washington State, I don't want to say exactly where. There's a new game and it's called it's ballless soccer.
What?
It's ballless soccer. So only the coach knows where the ball is, and he just goes, oh, Chad, get the ball, and you get it. So he makes sure that everyone gets at least a chance to touch the ball and to score.
Interesting.
Because he knows where the ball is.
Wow.
That is retarded.
He wants to please all of the kids and make them feel
and like
special
the parents
and
are
important.
like, I'm so glad my kid can do sports and they can just feel great. I'm like, if your kid sucks at sports, he's like, I don't know. It's just not happening. It's so ball is soccer.
Yeah. And part of me, I see why there is a desire to help kids feel special.
Yeah.
I see why there's a desire, but like when you push it to a certain point, it distorts what, reality, and they get the wrong impressions. So I guess it's a fine line with parenting. Being real with your kids, but letting them know where their strengths are too.
Yeah, I was always picked last in sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I suck at sports. I'm not good at sports. But what I excelled at was art. And so my I still played my dad really wanted me to just do well in sports. Yeah. So I still played soccer and stuff like that. And I wasn't like the best, but I did that. But my parents knew where my strengths were like with art and with music. Mm-hmm. And I was it just like let me know, go, hey, I don't need to conform to sports. I can still do them. But this is where my strengths are.
Yeah.
I just think that parents just need to be parents need to give a reality check. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It does suck if your kid's like, well, I want this, and it's just like, no. Like I always learned to do without, in a sense. If I wanted like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards, I didn't get them. I mean, I would sometimes, but what I did was like, fine, my parents aren't gonna give me all these Yu-Gi-Oh cards or stuff. So you know what I did? I had one card. I mean, I had cards, but I would trace 9 cards per sheet of paper, make my own trading card game. My grandpa bought me a laminator for Christmas, and I laminated them, cut it out, and I have my own trading card game.
That's awesome.
And I made sure my little brother's deck was worse than mine. But
superiority.
Yeah, but like if you can't do something great with the little that you have, like you're not gonna be able to do great with like the most that you have. Does that make sense?
I like that. Yeah.
Like learn to if you want to do something, go do something.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be coddled.
Yeah.
I can't make this like video. Like everyone, we're gonna go to MusicCon. This episode will probably premiere after it. But look at the camera we're using. It's so janky. And if we can make a good show with this, we can make a good show with
anything.
With anything. Exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think parents do coddle.
I like that.
I
feel like being the youngest child, that made a difference with the way my parents treated me, because I have from a family of 7 kids, for those who don't know. And I feel like they just got tired. They got tired of all the disciplining. And so my brother Kyle and I, we just had free reign to do what we wanted. But I do remember, I'll never forget it, my mom getting pissed at me once. And it was funny because I don't remember what I did, but I just remember coming upstairs. She's like, "You little shit."
No, she did not.
Yeah. And she like spanked me. And I was like, whoa. Oh, and I never forgot it and it kind of reinforced in my mind, like, she's the boss. Like, I need to, respect her. I can't just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
So it was more the feeling I had from it and what I learned from it than what I was doing. Like, don't do that again. So I think, not that every parent should call their children a little shit, but
hey, sometimes there's some shitty kids.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I probably was one of them.
Oh man! Oh yeah, I forget that you're because you're the youngest.
It's different. You're the oldest, so we had much different experiences.
Yeah, my mom at an early age. Did I tell you the Pokemon story? Yeah, she grabbed my Pokemon Blue game. I told her to.
Oh yeah.
And she smashed it with a hammer. She smashed it with a hammer, and I will never. From at that point I knew. My mom was in charge.
Yeah,
and she
exactly.
And she meant business. I still did stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That belt.
Tyler's still a cripple today because of it.
But it makes you stronger.
Yeah. You need to be put in place. And there's actually a family in my home ward that my mom talks about, and all their boys are super disciplined. They're all older now. This is a while back, but they would just sit quietly in church and, would behave. And my mom asked them, why are you kids so disciplined, And they're like, we give them some of the old-fashioned discipline.
The laying on of hands.
Yeah, like that's what we do, And some people might disagree with that. Others are fine with it. But, hey, they're kids. They're not making a ruckus, and they don't have to deal with it as much.
Like, when it comes down to it, how are they going to use that in their life? Like you have to, like the thing with parenting, there's no, like, right or wrong way. You just have to hope that, like, at the later stages,
that's
it
true.
all... Which, like, I feel like I'm fine now.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Same here.
It wasn't, like, traumatizing. I don't need counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I do go to therapy once a week, but that's for other stuff. But, yeah. My serial killer ways. I'm joking.
Serial killer ways.
Another thing that he talked about, so that was my thing with the parents thing. I was just like, that you can't, like, be
it's very subjective.
Yeah. Just like my mom's thing was like, I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
Like when she was my parents, she's like, I'm your mom. I'm going to do what's best for you. I'm going to love you. My parents said that the day we stop caring, we'll stop doing what we're doing the day we stop caring.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, I'm kind of glad that they didn't stop caring because maybe I would have done, like, a lot worse things than I did. Because, yeah. The second thing that Simon Sinek said after parenting was technology.
Mm-hmm.
And how technology can just ruin your life, and adolescent life is so hard. Oh my gosh, it's the easiest time in your life.
Yeah.
And there's just so many crybabies. And one thing with social media is everyone on social media looks like they have it all figured out. Mm-hmm. And they don't.
Yeah.
And they don't. But I don't know, social media I think just brings out the worst. It brings out like the fakeness out of people or
the worst out of people with bad comments. And
I have someone that I follow and every single status, oh, my life is just so hard, and I'm just like, well, make better decisions, because I'm seeing the decisions you're making live on Facebook. Make better decisions. Like, he's just like, oh, I have like no more money. Can someone spot me like $20 so I can go to the emergency room? And then like 3 days later, just bought myself like 20 like new comics, and I'm like, that costs like you like $50. Why am I giving you 20?
Yeah.
Why would someone give you $20 when you like don't buy that? Go without.
Yeah.
So like social media, I think you gotta be smart with social media. Like, if you're gonna put yourself out there, know that you might get like, you might have someone like Tyler who's like, I'm not helping you.
Yeah, exactly.
I see the dumb stuff you're doing. But like, Taft, you're like not on social media though very much. Like, you are on social media, but you're not like.
I'm just on it for this pretty much.
Yeah.
Because social media is a great platform for getting exposure for something that you're trying to monetize.
Yeah.
At some point. I'll just be straightforward about it. But, I do get on to check up on people and their statuses, but I'm not one to really post much unless it's something that I feel could benefit others.
That's
because
true.
maybe they haven't seen it yet. So I usually post other people's stuff that kind of like.
Yeah, you don't really post anything of your own.
Yeah, that like touched me or I feel could help someone, because I think that's a benefit. That's the thing about social media. It's like it could be such a great thing, but it's also, there's this other side of it that's very, showy and materialistic. And
I think I use Twitter to like look at like comic book nerd stuff and like to rant, like be like, hey, this dump is really big. Tweet. And then like Instagram, I'll post like pictures, like had fun. And Facebook, I just like, that's just like, I show the Aftertouch podcast stuff. I do my comics and I just showcase stuff, but no one really cares anymore these days.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just weird. But like, I'm not in it for the likes. I had a girl, she had a tracker on her phone so she could see who was liking her photos. She's like, I should be getting this amount of likes. How come I'm not getting this amount of likes? I'm just like, who cares?
That's just supporting what this dude was talking about in this video we watched, that, there's just people seeking validation online is not healthy. And one of the things he mentions is that the millennial generation, they have a harder time forming face-to-face relationships.
Yeah.
And being genuine face-to-face. He talks about dating, that, oh, I'm a stud, I can just swipe right. I don't have to go through the awkward, hey, how are you? What's your name? Type of stuff.
It takes away from those those moments where you have to build up the courage to talk, and it's gonna be way more worth it when like you can be like, hey, I built up the courage to talk to someone or to talk back to them.
Yeah. In essence, there's no foundation laid for the house if you just swipe right.
There isn't.
There was no foundation
work
in the beginning. Yeah, you're just kind of going into this thing. Maybe you could say the same for being set up with someone. What do you think about that? A blind date?
I don't have anything wrong with blind dates.
I don't either, but it's similar because you've never met the person.
It's true. I mean, I guess, but that's a little bit better, I guess, because you had to get the balls to do it.
That's true. Yeah, trust your friends, and you have the connection of your friends, at least.
Yeah, and like, I mean, if it's a super blind date, you have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
At least with Tinder or Mutual, you have their bio.
And their photos.
Yeah, but like, but after that, like, where do you go after that? I just hate dating.
Let's not get into it.
Another thing that he said, though, which I can which really resonated, I wrote it down, and he says, with going back with this, that there's lack of strong relationships. He says that millennials, they know their friends will cancel on them if something better is going on.
Oof, yeah.
That is like so jacked up.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for the friends that I have. Tapped, you're a great friend.
Oh, you too, Tyler.
Man. But like, that is because I have had people who will cancel, like who I'm trying to be friends with, and they'll just cancel. Well, one thing. Well, I'll get back to that. I'll get to that after this. But like, yeah, their friends will. Their friends will cancel on them if something, and they know it, and they will accept that. And to me, that's not a friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Which goes to the definition. Millennials have different definitions of what friends are.
Yeah.
I don't think I fall in that. I know you don't. But what did he say? Like they're more their friends to millennials are more superficial.
Yeah. Wide circles. There's not much. Can I use the word intimacy, or does that make
no? You know,
because there's not much intimacy in their relationships.
Yeah.
It's just very surface level.
Hey.
And yeah, hey, how's it going? I'll admit I've got a lot of those, just like at church. None at school. I'm at school to just. I'm not in school currently, but I'm just kind of going on.
Learn and get out.
Yeah. It's like in order to establish legit friendships, they take time and they take trust.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to get out of your comfort zone and learn their personality, learn how they tick. And then you start to appreciate them for who they are.
Yeah.
Not just, oh, here, there's that Gary guy or Jim guy or there's Tina. She's a real looker. Tina, you fat lard. Come get some dinner.
But yeah, like there's just, it lacks the intimacy. Like we said with one of our podcasts, we have a wide circle of friends. It's great, but like there's friends who I'd rather be like, yeah, I'd rather see them than you.
Yeah.
And that circle is way smaller.
Yeah.
You know?